Hello and welcome to My Neighbor Enide, a short little horror game developed by Arcadekitten, available on itch.io. And apparently, we live across the street from the best neighbor on the block. I guess we'll see what that means. A little content warning though, this game is tagged as horror, so there may be some disturbing elements. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's begin. New game. Do you want to see the content warnings? I mean, will it spoil the game? I don't know, but I guess I'll show it. I just don't like spoilers, you know? Cannibalism. Again. I keep playing games that have cannibalism in it. It's like a theme, you know? I don't know if it's just me, or is it just a trend of like a lot of horror games that I play? It's like they just always have cannibalism. They always have to sneak it in, you know? Anyway, the only memories I have of my mother are from the pictures on the wall. As I understand it, my mother left my father sometime after I was born. I don't know why, and no one ever told me. But it did create some tension in my household. Dad and my big sister Tabby used to fight, a lot. I don't even know what most of their fights were about, because at a certain point, I just turned off my hearing aid as soon as I heard the yelling start. That's funny, like, well, I don't know if it's a cat girl, but like, I'm just thinking like, yeah, it's like hearing aids for like, you know, cat ears. Just funny to think about, I don't know. I guess, do they make hearing aids for like real cats? I guess they do, right? They would? I don't know. Anyway. I think it had something to do with Dad being too strict from the way Tabby would rant about it after. But I didn't want to get involved and I didn't want to pick sides. I loved both of them and didn't understand why they couldn't get along. I was there and I knew the three of us were all capable of creating happy memories together. So I didn't understand why it couldn't always be like that. At one point, the fighting got so bad. I remember hearing right before I turned my aid off, Tabby saying something like, "Now I get why Mom left." I didn't turn my hearing aid on for the rest of the night, and naturally took it out to go to bed later. But I ended up being jostled awake in the middle of the night by Tabby. She had a strange expression on, and was wearing a backpack over her shoulders. She was pushing her childhood stuffed toy into my hands and speaking to me, but of course I couldn't hear her. She must have realized that, though, because she looked like she laughed a little to herself, and then signed to me I promised to write. Then she got up, walked out, closed the door to my room, and I never saw her again. Tabby ran away that night. I'm not sure where to. She didn't write as promised. She sounded like she was having fun out there, meeting new people, doing new things. How old is she? I don't know. It feels like this is when we were really young, but she's out there. But there was never a return address. I don't know how she ever got the letters to us. I was sad I couldn't write her back. Especially because Dad and I didn't stay in that house forever. We moved more than once. For work stuff, for money stuff, you know how it goes. So we haven't got any letters since. It's been years. I hope Tabby's still doing okay. I carry around the toys she gave me everywhere, so at least she feels close. Despite everything that's happened, I still like my dad. We get along really well, and you can tell he loves me. We're always doing things like playing baseball together and going to the movies. He even plays video games with me sometimes. He's actually pretty good. He's a gamer. Tabby always used to talk about him being strict, and I wonder if part of that stuck with him. Because ever since she left, I feel like he's been pretty loose in the reins. He even pushes me to go outside and get out of the house. Even when I don't want to. Allie? Yeah? What are you doing? Watching TV. That's what you're doing this morning. Come on, you still have a few more hours of sunlight left. Go play outside for a bit. Get some fresh air. Oh, come on, I don't want to go outside. You know, I'm a real gamer. I just stay inside all day. What if Pincer's out there? I thought you and Pincer were friends. We used to be, but he sucks now. Hey, language. Well, he does. He sucks now? Sucks is like bad language? I don't know. I'm just finishing up some paperwork. When I'm done, I don't want to see you still on the couch. You can watch more TV later. It's not like they're playing anything new at this hour anyways. Fine. Move using arrow keys. Wow. Thank you, voice of God. I was gonna say, though, actually, I mean, I kind of like regret it actually, but it is actually good to go outside for at least a little bit when you're young. As it turns out, as far as I understand anyway, there is a correlation between getting enough sunlight, and getting outside, and your sight, your eyesight. Because it seems like the reason why so many people in my generation, anyway, always need to wear glasses is because we stayed inside for too long, It's not necessarily watching too much TV, it's just like staying inside just in general. That's why I wear glasses. Really, you should be going outside at least a little bit when you're young, so you don't have bad eyesight, Supposedly, apparently that's what the cause of like bad eyesight. Anyway. Books, but also not your favorite way to spend your free time. You don't like books. No manga? Come on. Some sort of big leafy plant. You're never sure why adults like to decorate their homes with big leafy plants in the corner of the room. Surely there's some more exciting way to use a space. I don't know, what would you put there? Got any ideas? Ah yes, these little plushy things that we always see in arcadekitten games. A baseball-themed little buddy sitting with his friend. A baseball-themed friend sitting with his little buddy. Your baseball stuff. You bring it outside, but there's no one to play baseball with. It's okay. Dad said he'll take you to the local softball team tryouts next week. You should bring it with you just in case with self-defense. I don't know, you never know. A comfy chair to sit in. You often play video games in the spot. Too bad you land on your favorite one. Some posters you ripped out of some magazines were able to start decorating your room with. They represent your favorite things, baseball and video games. What else could a girl need? What else could a girl need? Baseball and video games. I feel like that, if there isn't a VTuber for that already, that's another niche, Baseball anime girl. That's the new VTuber. There's like a VTuber for everything, I feel like. Hey, Alley Cat. Didn't I just tell you to go outside? Well, first I'm gonna do the video game thing where I ask you plenty of questions. What are you doing? Paying bills. Looks boring. It is boring. But somebody's gotta do them. What's for dinner? I wonder what's for dinner. Not sure yet. I was gonna go grocery shopping after this. See what I could make from there. Could we get takeout? Why? Don't like my cooking anymore? No, I'm just like really in the mood for hot dogs. I don't think there's a takeout place for hot dogs, Alley Cat. Well, there should be. Maybe I'll make one day. I thought you were going to be a baseball star. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Baseball stadiums are always handing out hot dogs. Win-win. There you go. Can you help me practice baseball? Not today, but I'll plan some more time soon. Getting excited about tryouts, huh? Yeah. That's why I want to practice a lot. I gotta get in. Hey, I have no doubt you're gonna school all the other kids there. I hope so. Thanks. Can we play video games instead? You don't want me to play video games with you. Why wouldn't I? Because I kick your ass. Well, language. I'm an adult, I can say it. When can I say it? When you're taller than me. How tall are you? Don't worry about it. Well, I don't think we're ever going to be taller than Dad, I feel like. Unless he's... I was going to say, unless he's 6 feet under. As in, he's dead. Anyway. Dad, I miss Tabby. Yeah, me too. Why did we move then? Because we're getting it's weird. It's kind of sad too, but we've been getting letters from her sister, but then we moved, so we don't get those letters anymore. What happened to those letters? I don't know. Time to go outside. Alright, it's pretty nice out here. It's been almost a year since we moved into this house. Unlike the others, this one is one it looks like we'll be staying in for the foreseeable future. We're down by the shoreline, which means we get sand lining the streets and palm trees in our front yard. It's pretty hard to complain about being made to go outside with weather like this all the time. The sun's always bright and shining, but the breeze that wafts in from the sea keeps things nice and cool. I'll always complain about getting sand in my sneakers, though. A jump rope? Amazing. It's time to jump rope. Press the correct arrow keys from left to right before the timer runs out. Oh, huh? Eh? I lose. Whatever, baseball's more fun. I lost. I went too slow. Try again. The UI is weird. Yeah, like, the way it goes is like just weird to me. I don't know. Oh, there you go. We did it. We jumped rope. We got our cardio. I guess that's it. Oh, messy out here. Are those crayons? There's some sidewalk chalk you left here. Oh, chalk rather, not crayon. Sure, why not? What would you like to draw? I would like to draw a crab. I choose crab. There you go. Why did you draw this? I don't know. What's this? What's it called? Oh, jacks? I had to play jacks. Press the correct arrow keys. Nice. I thought I wasn't good at jacks. Kind of boring outside with no one to play with. Maybe Enide will let me camp out her house till sunset. We're just playing on the street. It's a normal thing to do, I guess, back in the day. I wouldn't know because I stayed inside playing video games. A missing poster has been attached to the trunk of the tree. It shows a picture of a young adult man. The poster states that he was last seen leaving work early for a date he had. There's a number to call if he should be found. This poster's been hanging here for weeks. Hey, I was calling to you. Called it. Oh, okay, this guy. The weird... what do you call that? Like, it's just a scraggly mustache. Damn, I thought that egg was supposed to help you. For a cat with such big ears, really can't hear shit, huh? Oh, okay, she is like a cat girl. She's like literally a cat girl. The very classic anime cat girl. Well, for a crab, you sure live up to the name. Son of a... Okay, we stop time, and then we do the like, you know, the comedy thing where we explain who this person is. This is Pincer, oh, actually I don't know how to pronounce this. Chase? I want to say Chase? Pincer Chase? Pincer Chase. He's a red crab that lives a little further down the block. Okay, so he's based on a crab. To be honest, I don't really see any crab, like anthropomorphic crab features. He just looks like a guy. When I first moved in, we got along pretty alright. He played with me a lot, and we even used to lend each other stuff. But these past few months, I don't know what happened, but he changed. He's always got such an attitude, and now he hates me for no reason. You see, there's these things called hormones? No, what are you doing out here? Playing with chalk? Jacks? Thought you would have outgrown by that. Or would have outgrown that by now. Though I guess I can't say much when the baby still carries around her dolly. Baby? What are you talking about? You're only 2 years older than me, barely. And yet you act like you're 10 years younger than me. Well, maybe I wouldn't have to be playing with such baby stuff if somebody returned my copy of Calamity Heroes. Well... Huh? Where is it? It's my video game, and if you don't give it back, you're stealing from me. And I'm gonna tell my dad on you, and he'll make you give you back, or he'll make you give it back. Getting your dad on me? See, you are a baby. You can't even fight your own battles while calling daddy for help. I'm not a baby. I think you're so much grown up than me just because you grew that gross caterpillar in your face. Hey, you shut the fuck up about... Okay, there you go. There's his big meaty claws. I was wondering. In the sprite, I don't see the big meaty claws. Just what is happening out here? Okay, I thought it was the dad, but actually it's a different person. Enide. This is Enide. Okay. That's my neighbor Enide. Enide is awesome. We're like best friends. We talk like all the time. She lets me help her with a garden in her backyard. And she brings over dessert on the holidays. And she smells really pretty all the time. smells really pretty? How's that work? How does something smell pretty? She even babysits me sometimes if Dad's gonna be gone all night. One time I heard Dad tell her that he appreciates her spending time with me. I think it's because all the other girls in my life left. But there's only one girl in my life I won't complain because... I won't complain about it being Enide because Enide rules. Right. Are we fighting out here? She started it. Nah. Yeah. Alright, calm down. What's happening? Allie? Pincer took my game forever ago and won't give it back. Pincer, is this true? I was gonna. Hey, don't take that tone with me. I'll take whatever tone I fucking want. And I swear, should I tell your father about this? Our date's tomorrow night. I'm not afraid to bring it up to him during it. Tell him, I don't care. I'm gonna pinch you with my big meaty claws. And pulling your claws out at me. Oh, I'm sure he'd love to hear this, the disrespect. Whatever. Who gives a shit? You suck, and he sucks too. Runs away. I guess, I don't know, it's also... It seems like teenage rebellion? I don't know. Doesn't seem to like his father. Sorry for yelling out here, Enide. It's alright. Are you okay? Better now that you're here. Dad forced me to come outside and play while the sun's still out. But I knew I'd run into stupid old Pincer if I did. Wish I could just go home now. Oh, that annoying thing is just boring out here. I see. Lucky for you then. I'm also bored and I've got a matcha cake inside I can't possibly eat up by myself. Oh heck yeah. This is why you're the best. I try. So how is it? Everything I built it up to be? Oh, this is so good. You like get flavors I'd never even heard of before. I don't know where you find these. You know, does it have a lot of protein? No, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna... Like, obviously, this is the titular... I can't say the word. This is the titular My Neighbor Enide. So, I don't know if there's anything sus about her, but I guess we'll see. Happy to expand your horizons. Thanks for helping me out back there, too. Pinter's been so annoying lately. Like, more than usual. Anytime, Allie. I can't believe you're dating his dad. Ugh. I wonder if he thinks of you as like his stepmom or something. Stepmom? Oh goodness, you're thinking much farther ahead than I am. I prefer to take things slow. Maybe that's why all the girls down by the shoreline call me such a snail. Enide, you are a snail. Okay, so she's a snail. It's hard to tell. But it seems like, yeah, a lot of arcadekitten's like characters are based off of animals, it seems like. I know, but I don't like to think of myself as a stereotype. Besides, being a snail isn't the only reason I like to take my time with things. You do everything better when you pace yourself. If anything, more people should learn to take it slow. Everyone's so rush, go nowadays. Rushing just makes mistakes and leaves you in a mess. Allie, are you alright? Enide, you don't think I'm too much of a kid, do you? Huh? Where did this come from? Pincer kinda makes fun of me for it. You know, playing with toys and jacks. Carrying this old stuffed toy around. And, I don't know, hearing you say what you just did. It's like, part of me wants to be grown up already, but also, is it okay to, you know, take a little extra time getting there? Oh, Allie, of course. Everyone goes at their own speed. And even when you do grow up, it doesn't mean you have to stop being a kid at heart either. I mean, just look at me for example. I like plenty of things like one might call childish or even silly. Really? I wouldn't have guessed that. Like what? Well, for one, I have cake in my house much more often than I should. And I keep every gift I get, regardless of how childish one might think they are. Stuffed toys, little figurines. I even keep the packages if they're pretty enough. You want to check out my Funko Pop collection? No. I still remember one of my favorites being a little gift bag with a smiley clown on it. Do you get a lot of gifts, Enide? Well, I don't want it to sound like I'm bragging or anything. How come I never see them around then? Oh, I have them all stored away for safekeeping. It'd be much too messy if I display them all. And this way I know they're safe. But I hope you might feel comforted in knowing that. Even grown-ups still like all the same fun things kids do. We just tend to hide it more, that's all. You know, that actually does help me feel a little bit better. Thanks. You're really... Allie? Okay. I don't know if this choice matters, but I guess let's just say... Thanks for being my friend. Oh, aren't you just a little sweetie? Thank you for thinking of me so kindly. You've got a really big heart, Allie. I'm almost jealous. Oh shoot, I wasn't even paying attention at the time. The sun's already setting. Should I get out your hair? Normally, I'd say you can stay as long as you like. But yes, might be a bit better for me if you leave now. I've got to get up early tomorrow, and I'm still gonna make a proper dinner and take a shower. No, yeah, it's totally fine. I'll catch you some other time, Enide. Thanks for letting me hang out. As I said, anytime. I wonder if Dad made dinner. Here's Pincer. What are you doing out here? Were you waiting here like a loser until I left Enide's? You, don't flatter yourself, as if I'd be waiting out here for you. I'm on my way home, dumbass, in case you forgot I live on this street too. Don't call me a dumbass. Stop being such a fucking dumbass. So much swearing. You know what? I hope Enide does become your stepmom. Excuse me? You can learn a thing or two from her. Like how to stop bullying the neighborhood girls like a big, dumb baby. I ain't the fucking baby here. You sure look that way to me. Always whining and crying and throwing tantrums. Anyone would think you're a bigger baby than I am. Well, until they saw the ugly excuse of a mustache. Oh, fuck you. Hey, idiot, let go. You know, I wouldn't have to call you such a baby all the time. You just grew up already. The heck? My doll. That's very important. That's a memento of my sister. What the heck? What the heck? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really, sorry. I gotta go. Okay. Weirdo. What the heck was that all about? He acts like I'm the one who's screw loose. Whatever. It's only Enide's house. She must already be in the shower. I don't really want to wait until morning to get it, but... It'll be fine. It's Enide. She'll know to take good care of it for me. I just hope she can sleep alright without it. Or I just hope I can sleep out. Yeah. I don't know if I read that wrong, but yeah. He needs it to sleep, I guess. Hey, kiddo. Have fun out there? No, Dad. What's with the attitude? Because I was right. And stupid Pincer was out there and he threw Tabby's doll into Enide's house. Pincer's really got you twisted lately, huh? Want me to talk with him? Or his dad or something? I don't know. I don't know what to choose, but I feel like it's better to let the adults, speak to each other. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna be a big girl just yet. Well, maybe next time you see Mr. Chase, if you wouldn't mind. Of course, anything of my little girl. But next time you see Pincer, be a little easy on him, all right? Why should I? He's the one always starting things. I know. But he's going through a lot, don't you think? Ain't easy when your dad starts dating someone new. Trust me. And I'm not defending him. He's still in the wrong. But people usually don't act out for no reason. Most of them don't, anyway. Alright, I get it. I'll go easy on him. But if he... Oh, I will try to go easy on him. Atta girl. I had a rough time falling asleep that night. I really wanted Tabby's old doll back. But I was eventually able to relax enough to fall asleep. I reassured myself that Enide would keep him safe and sound. Next morning, the first thing I did was stop by Enide's house to try and get him back. Let's go to the game. Enide, hello? It's Allie. I want to know if you found my plushie last night. Hello? There's no way she's still asleep at this hour. She She must not be home. Ugh. Ah, damn it. Okay, I definitely heard that. Oh, actually, somebody else said that. Oh, I can go over here. Hey, what's up, Pincer? You're playing your Nintendo DS? Hey. Hi. Why'd you shout earlier? Died to this boss? You're playing Calamity Heroes. Yeah. You said you wanted the game back, and I am gonna give it back. I just want to beat it myself first. Hey, Pincer, why are you so mean to me lately? I don't know. Is it because of Enide? Maybe. Could be. I'm really sorry about what I did yesterday, if it means anything. I don't know what came over me. Don't do it again. No worries. I won't. That was too far. And how far in the game are you? Can I see? I'm stuck in the cricket boss fight. Which stage? Do you get to the form with all the eyes? I didn't even know there were more than one stage. Let me see where your level's at. Oh, you're playing as the girl avatar. Oh, yeah. She, looked cooler than the other pro tag options. You know, female characters always get the better, you know, costumes and everything, right? Or something? I don't know. What'd you name her? Claudie. I like that name. Sounds really cool. Yeah, you think so? For sure. Alright, sick. If you want help being the boss, I know where to get some upgrades. Spell then, because grind for XP isn't exactly helping. Okay, first, you're gonna want to backtrack a bit to the Cave of Shadows. There's a hidden water flower where you can get a stronger sword. what a freaking nerd. After that, head back into town and talk to the shopkeep. There you can buy. Thus, we just watch and play video games all day. Ew, dang. I thought we only get past cricket. Didn't think we get past 3 more bosses after. Forget how fun that game was. Geez, getting dark now, though. Wait, and these lights are on. I can go ask for that doll back. Or for the doll back. Wait, and these lights are on? Is she supposed to have that date with Mr. Chase tonight? No way she's home that early, is she? There we go. I knocked on Enide's door, but to my surprise, her door was unlocked, and it opened as soon as I touched it. I don't know what came over me. I probably should have went and told Dad or something, but I guess I was just so worried about her that I went inside to look. Uh-oh. Enide? Oh, time to snoop around. Some notes hanging on Enide's fridge. To-do list. Buy new garden shovel. Clean basement. Call Reginald. Reggie? And see if you'd like to go out next weekend. Do not take no for an answer. That's strange. Mr. Chase's first name isn't Reginald. Who's she writing about then? Sussy baka. Kitchen cabinets. You know better than poke your nose with these. Sink. It's wet. Oven. Seems to be preheating. She has to be home, right? You attempt to open the door, but it's locked. We can't go in there, so the only way to go is up. Hello? And these wardrobe and these fashionable outfits hang inside. However, they offer no sign of a need or your missing plush. A window of long curtains, not to your taste. A nightstand, full of mostly junk and jewelry, but amidst the trinkets. Could I use this? Got key! Amazing. Alright, well we got the key, so I guess we'll go over here. You unlock the door, and you find inside... just a basement. Basement storage unit, it's heavy and the handle is cold. Opening, there's... It's missing his head. It's just a Halloween prop, right? That's all. No? Can I go back? You want to go home. Alright, never mind. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're just gonna go home. You grab the knob to open the door and run home, but you hear someone coming up the walkway. I need to hide. Hold on, can I save the game? You know, why do we need to hide? You know, it's just a need, right? We're just gonna say, hi, Enide, what's up? Hello. I'm just here. Just hanging out. That's all. Allie? Okay, look, I'm assuming we die. Can I hide in here? I hide in the shower and pull the curtain closed. Is that enough? That's not a very good hiding spot, I feel like. Oh, but it's actually... Wait, it works. You hear the door open. Someone is in the room with you. It's getting harder to control your breathing. But you have to try. Boop, 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 boop. All of my practicing, it paid off. You know, skipping rope and playing with jacks. It all builds up to like holding your breath, I guess, somehow. When you hear the sink start running, and then it stops. It's quiet again. Do you want to get out of the shower now? They always trick you. Horror games always trick you. I'm gonna say no. You wait a few moments longer. Okay. Hold on, wait. Wait. Okay, now. Okay. Well, I wanted to hear the door close, but the door didn't close. It's their footsteps. Anyway, you need to get out of this house. You need to get out of this house now. You want to leave the room now? Well, you started to back away from the door when someone's coming away this way again. Ah! Bed? You hear someone enter the room you're in once again. You struggle to stay still and quiet. Don't move. Hold your breath. Don't let her know you're here. It's quiet again. Alright. What's this under here? I got a strange key. I don't know what the strange key is for. We're gonna leave. I thought I was home free. I was thanking my lucky stars before I was even out the door. I should not have done that. Allie? Allie, what are you doing here? Did something happen? Is everything okay? Oh, yeah, I mean, no, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I didn't see no dead body. I just, came in here because my dog was thrown near your house the other day. And when I knocked your door, it was open. Oh, silly me. I must have left it open when I came back home today. As for your little dolly, though, no worries. I put it away for safekeeping. I'll go get it for you. And he left the room to get my plushie back for me. Looking back, in that moment, I probably should have just left. Actually, maybe not. That might have made it worse. I don't know. She came back and gave me the toy, and after that, I should have said thank you and left. I guess I was just so nervous I couldn't help but to keep talking. I still wish I hadn't. There you go, safe and sound. Thanks, Enide. I guess it's good you didn't go on that date after all. Oh, that. I've been waiting for him all night, but he hasn't shown up. Not even a call. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh, it's alright. The night is in a total waste. I know you just had some the other day, but I bought a new cake for Mr. Chase and I to share. Since he's not here, you can get his slice if you like. Really? Awesome, thanks! Awesome! Here, you get the cake from the fridge and I'll go get the nice china. Yeah, sure thing. I walked up to the refrigerator and opened the door. I see. Is that what he looks like? I guess, that's where the weird mustache comes from. Just like his dad. Oh, goodness. I really did swear I moved it already. I suppose that's what I get for rushing. I turned my head up to her and said, You kill people. Oh, honey. I don't just kill people. I eat them. Of course you do. Of course you do. You can't waste good food, I guess. He said it in such a silly way. The kind of tone a kindergarten teacher uses when telling her students a scary story. Clawing her sharp nails out in front of me before cracking into another laugh. As if she were pretending to be a spooky witch in a children's play. I mean, can you blame me? Mr. Chase was such a handsome man and so polite with me too. Who wouldn't want to eat him right up? When you say that, it's supposed to be a euphemism. It's not to be taken literally. Though he was a bit of the jealous type. If he found out he's not the only date to wind up like this, I think he'd have been a little upset. I wish I could feel like that sometimes. Jealous. It'd mean I have a connection I really care about. Like you and I. We're close, aren't we? When you told me before, thank you for being my friend. That felt really nice. It must feel a lot lighter to love your heart instead of your stomach. But does it ever stay as full? Why are you telling me all this? Oh, I mean, that's just because... You're not going to tell anyone. You can promise me that, can't you? Yeah, of course. What else was I supposed to do? I would have said anything to leave. What happens if I break the promise? You don't ask that. You don't ask that. I asked her. And she just stared at me. And then she started laughing. Like what I just said was really funny. The last words I remember hearing from her were "Good night, Allie," as she gently shooed me out her front door. And I walked home. Hey, Allie Cat, there you are. It was getting late. I was starting to get worried about you. Yeah, sorry, Dad. I was just at, Enide's. Yeah, I figured. I hope Enide didn't fill you up on sweets too much while you were there. Dinner's ready. Come, sit. I dare say I outdid myself tonight. Ah yes, meat. Delicious meat. And thus, from this day forward, she became a vegetarian. Now, I didn't get any sleep that night. All I could do was sit up in bed and stare across the street at Enide's house, as if waiting for something to happen. Like I see her walk out the door and start making her way towards my house. That didn't happen, though. Eventually, the lights in her house went off, but I still didn't go to bed. I just sat up there and kept watch. And I stayed that way until morning. If you're hoping for some gruesome end to this story, like her coming after me or my father or something, you'll be sorely disappointed. I kept my promise and she left me alone. Nothing ever happened to her either. When Mr. Chase was declared missing, she allegedly told the officers that he never showed up for their date. I guess she cleaned up really well because I didn't see them bother her again after that. The Chase kids ended up being taken in by their aunt down the block. And eventually Mr. Chase's case, went cold. I hope he's not mad at me for that. I like to think he'd understand. I didn't really see a need after that either. I didn't want to. When it came to things like babysitting, I told Dad I was too old for that now and could stay home alone. When he would ask me if I visited her lately, I would sometimes lie and say I did so he wouldn't think anything was weird. I wonder if she ever told him otherwise. I guess I'll never know. 3 years later. Time skip. And that brings us to today, when I'm holding this baseball bat. Enide doesn't live here anymore. She hasn't for a while. And I'm not really sure where she went. I remember some moving trucks in front of her house one day, and she left with them, and that was that. She didn't live here anymore. No one else ever moved in either. Now it's just the old abandoned house on the block. I won't be surprised if neighborhood kids start saying it's haunted. It might as well be. I still haven't told anyone. I promised I wouldn't. And there's some part of me that feels like, no matter where she is or what she's doing right now, she'll know if I break it. Allie. Plotty. Is this Pincer? Pincer became a woman. Anyway. Hey. You were staring pretty intensely at Nide's old place. You're still not mad about the time I threw your dolly in there, right? Come on, babe. I apologize for like a bazillion times now. No. We're cool like that. I swear. Okay, good. Fucking freaking claw pigtails. Oh, anyway. I was just coming to get you because me and the other girls were heading to the arcade. And we wanted to invite you. But I see you've got all your gear on, so if you're too busy to practice or something... maybe in a bit. There's just some stuff I gotta do around here first, chores and all, you know? Alrighty then. We're gonna be hanging the whole day, so just text me when to join in later, too. Sounds good. Thanks, crab cakes. I'll meet up with you guys later. Okay, well now they're best friends. Because Pincer put on some stockings, and now they're best friends, right? That's how it works. The door wasn't even locked. The last time I stepped foot in this house was that night. Sometimes, after so many years, I found myself wondering if it even really happened. Maybe I just had some crazy bad dream. Or maybe that's just what I like to tell myself. But I didn't think that, after so long and so much dust, this place would still smell like her. I guess we are a cat. Yeah, very good smelling. I think, or was that dogs? I think cats can have good smelling too, right? Shockingly, Anide's old fridge still has some notes of hers left on it. You're a bit disturbed to see that your birthday is listed here. Underneath your birth date is the word cake. You assume that maybe she was planning to deliver you one, maybe invite you over on your birthday. But in your past birthdays since then, you were never invited over and received a cake from her. You wonder what year this was for. Also, she looks so cool. I don't know, she looks like badass. Anyway, I mean, she reminds me of, what's her face from Amori? Aubrey, right? Like, you know, grown-up Aubrey anyway. Even has the baseball bat. Alright, well, let's go to the basement. We still have the strange key, maybe, right? Nothing is worth opening this unit again. You don't even want to risk it. You just imagine like another body. You tell yourself there's nothing inside, you hope that's true. Alright, well, let's open this chest. I saw this chest before. Can we open it now? Do we get some rupees? Like, dun-dun-dun-dun! You got rupees. That last night I was here, I found a key hidden under Anide's bed. I was never sure what it was for, but I always kept it on me. I'm sure it must be for this. You put the key into the lock. The chest opens. You kneel down and begin to shuffle through the contents. A note at the very top of everything inside reads, "Gifts from my past lovers." It puts a bit of a knot in your stomach as you begin to dig through them. First thing you pull out is a teddy bear. Its fur is red, and it's holding a velvet red heart. The pink ribbon around its neck is dotted with hearts as well. The next gift you pull isn't a gift at all. It's a gift bag, one with a smiley clown on it. There's nothing inside it anymore. Well, there's an envelope, but that's empty too. You assume this whole gift was for a birthday, but you have no way of knowing. This gift really isn't a gift. It's a letter. Dear Enide, I hope you don't find it too cheesy that I'm writing this in a letter, but I'm a bit old school sometimes. I'm also dumping this in your mailbox because I think it's a bit hard to say it to your face. I know we've already been dating for a little bit, but I just want to let you know that I like you. I really like you. I always thought the opposites attract was just a myth, but after meeting you, I'm starting to believe it. I don't think I've ever fallen for anyone this badly. Every time I see you, it's like there's butterflies in my stomach. But despite the butterflies, I also feel so comfortable around you, like I could tell you anything and you listen. And you do listen. And even with all my fucked up baggage, you still ask to take me out again and again. I'm so happy with you, and I just really wanted you to know that. You're everything. I don't know where I'm going with this, just consider it a love letter. I love you, Enide. And I hope you like the pictures too. They came out really nice. I think we look cute together. Excited to join you for dinner later. Your girlfriend... No way, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Tabby. Turns out our sister was gay. That's the biggest twist. No. But yeah. Our first date. Okay, interesting. But I guess that implies that she turned into cake. Our sister turned into cake, as it turns out. Like years later, we've learned that that's what happened to her. Also, Smile Straw Bunny did Enide's laugh, I guess. She's like they're like another developer I play games off. Anyway. Thank you for playing. There you go. So I got a true ending. Now, what I'm going to do is probably get the other ending, because I think there's a true ending and there's a normal ending. So, the difference this time is that you don't get the key. So that's the only difference. Claudie. Hey. You were staring pretty intensely at Enide's old place. You're still not mad about the time I threw your dolly in there, right? Come on, babe. I apologized for like a bazillion times now. No, we're cool with that. Swear. Okay, good. I was just coming to get you because me and the other girls were heading to the arcade. We wanted to invite you. But I see you've got all your gear on, so if you're too busy to practice or something... Yeah, I can come. I could use a good trip to the arcade. Sick, let's go. I don't know what happened to Enide. I probably never will. I think I'm okay with that. I think it's better if I never know. It's certainly been easier to breathe ever since she left. And despite all the mental scars she left me with, I've been doing okay. I've got a pretty alright life. I'm trying not to feel guilty about enjoying it. And when I think about Enide, I always remember the thing she said. Something about loving your stomach instead of your heart. I hope that, for the sake of others at least, she learns some way to keep them both full. Just have a little cannibalism and a little love on the side, Anyway, normal ending. There you go. So that's the normal ending, and that's the true ending. So yeah, I mean, neat little, horror game. Like a neat little story. I don't know, not much to say. I mean, it's just a good little, short little game. I mean, I like the characters and everything. Enide was definitely, a scary little serial killer, I guess. But it's pretty short, so it's not much to say. It's just kind of like, he's a serial killer. She kind of gets away with it, It's kind of like, and that's kind of it. I don't know if there's any references to these characters in any of other arcade games, but, that kind of thread, I feel, is kind of left inconclusive, whether or not she just continues killing people, I guess. Just gets away with it, the entire time. And that's just kind of it, I do wonder, though. So, yeah, there's a lot of reference, obviously the twist there, by the way, is that Tabby, I'm assuming, got murdered by Enide and everything. But I wonder what the original argument was, by the way. How Tabby, ran away from home. So that was never really explained either. Don't know if there's any extra dialogue that would have explained it. Or, again, maybe there's some kind of, thing that was kind of explained like another game, but yeah, I don't know what the original discussion was. How, their mother left their dad, right? And, Tabby was, arguing with his dad and stuff. And it's I'm not entirely sure what that was about. But I guess, that's what we learned. I feel like that's the main point, though, is that we learned about Tabby's fate. And it's kind of dark, it just kind of ends very dark. The true ending is you just find out what happened to her, and that's kind of it, nothing you can do. You just curse with that knowledge now. you know? But there you go, you know, basically, it's another good little horror game. Can't speak. But basically, it's another good little horror game by arcadekitten. You know, they tend to do that. They tend to like make, I mean, they make a variety of games actually, but they also make like, you know, here and there like short little horror games, so, which I do like. I like those. So there you go. That's my Neighbor Enide. But yeah, I guess I'll say my usual thing. If you're watching the VOD or the video eventually, then if you didn't know, I stream these games live. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and change the notification bell from personalized to all, get notified when I go live. You can also follow my Twitch. You can also check out my other content on the channel. I also played a ton actually of arcadekitten's other games. I can't think of all of them at the moment, but I think one of the recent ones, like Blackout Hospital. I think Blackout Hospital was a good one. That was a little bit longer. I guess the most recent one. Which one was it? It was like Fia's Night Out, but that wasn't really very much horror themed. You know, this one I liked because it was actually a bit more horror based. You know, compared to the last game. This one was like definitely leaned more into the horror aspect, which I like. I don't know why, but my channel ended up being more horror focused for some reason. I just ended up playing a lot of horror games, even though that's not you know why I started the YouTube channel in the first place. I just ended up liking these kind of games. But there you go. But I guess that's it for me. So thanks for watching. Until next time. See you then.